JFD, just fair and direct.
Okay, hello and good morning everyone. Welcome to JFD Traders Espresso with me, Darius Anucauskas. Today is the 24th of March, 2022. So yep, welcome everyone. Welcome to this Thursday's morning session where we're going to have a very quick look at the markets, a few of the charts, the usual stuff. But before we do that, as always, let's quickly have a read through our risk disclaimer. So, the content we produce does not constitute investment advice or investment recommendation, should not be considered as such, and does not in any way constitute an invitation to acquire any financial instrument or product. As always, I'll give you a few seconds to read the rest and we can continue. Okay, so now then, also just before we jump into the charts, as always, quick mentioning of our JFD YouTube channel, to which you can always subscribe to in order not to miss any of our upcoming videos, and of course our JFD Bank website, and specifically our JFD research page, which is also updated on a daily basis. So yep, check us out here on jfdbank.com and click on the research tab right there on the top, guys. So now then, yep, I can see in the chat room here, good morning to Evu, yep, so let's start, we already, and yeah, we started, so yeah, good morning to everybody else who's joining in, so yeah, thank you very much, guys, for kind of tuning in. Now, also just wanted to quickly mention that tomorrow there won't be any Espresso video, and yeah, we will resume on Monday. So yeah, tomorrow there are no there will be no videos, Espresso video tomorrow. So yeah, this one's the kind of the last one from me for this week. Okay, so jumping into the charts, guys, just to see how everything's getting along. And yeah, so far, I mean, you can see that yeah, Nikkei continues to climb higher, slowly, of course. Although there was some negativity that came in recently, but still Nikkei is on fire. And look at this. I mean, beautiful moves to the upside. We're not far still from that downside line. I'm keeping an eye on it, and as I said before, that's my target. And if we reach that, then I want to see what's going to happen after. Will we get a break of this one, or will we find a strong resistance and maybe drift back down? So at the moment, it's a little bit unclear here, but yeah, let's keep on monitoring the situation here with this downside line. Shanghai Composite, very quickly on that one. So yeah, and Shanghai Composite drifted to the downside. However, you can see that it kind of oscillated around that 3,260 zone. To be honest, I talked about this level and I said that if we do stay above it, then there is a good chance for this one to move higher. However, I can see that the level here got violated both ways. So in other words, now we probably can just redraw this a little bit, because it seems that it's not working nicely. So I'll take a bit more conservative approach here, and like I said, I'll just put this the current highest point of this week near the 3,280 zone, and if we clear that level, so sorry, I mean, I was reading Evu's message and how you trade on a Friday. Okay, we take a day off. Okay, okay, and, I will see this as a compliment, but okay, yeah, thank you. But anyway, guys, anyway, you know yourselves better. I'm here. I'm not here to guide you. I'm just here to kind of present my own kind of picture, what I see, and you be the judge yourself and do what you feel is a little bit more, let's say, acceptable to you. So your risk tolerance better than me. So you just kind of do what you want to do, and you know, this is the point where I say don't listen to anybody else, but you know, but no, I mean, like I said, I'm just giving you my view here, what I'm kind of, you know, what I'm leaning towards to, and yeah. You, like I said, you be your own judge. Shanghai Composite, as I said, coming back to this, I mean, yeah, we drifted a little bit to the downside. I'll stick to the same rules, the same game plan. I would need to see a drop somewhere below this whole area here, in between the 3,177 and the 3,197 levels. Ideally, I'll start, like I said, I'll start looking at lower levels if we do drop below this 3,197 territory. Then yeah, the next target is this one, but if that gets cleared, well, this could, you know, open the door towards further declines. In terms of the upside, yeah, like I said, I removed that 3,260 territory. Now I'm gonna stick to this 3,280 zone, just to be a little bit more on the safe side, because that level, the previous level, did not really work out well, because we started kind of just oscillating around it. So this doesn't really help the outlook. The German index, DAX. Yesterday, a bit of a decline here, so it failed to move above that 14,553 territory. So in a way, I said before that I need to see that push above that barrier in order to go for that downside line, and instead we drifted back down and almost managed to reach that 21-day EMA. I would say even that we kind of managed to reach that. So let's see if we can rebound from this 21-day EMA. Let me actually take a look at the cash index right now, what's happening there. Okay, so yeah, we are rebounding. We're currently trading at around 14,284 zone. So actually basically where it closed yesterday. So okay, so that means that there's quite an interesting moment here. I mean, this started moving sideways. Where will this get, break out eventually? Well, at the moment, I would say I'm still kind of, let's say, cautiously bullish, because we are still above the 21-day EMA, but cautiously bullish only in the very near term, because like I said, I'm aiming for this downside line initially. If we clear that downside line, then yes, certainly higher levels could be met. Now, in terms of the downside, if we drop below that 14,082 territory, somewhere around here, that's where more sellers could join in potentially, and we could see this one drifting a little bit lower. So keep that in mind. For now, it's unfortunately, I don't like these scenarios here when it starts to range. Yeah, I would for now I'll just wait for a breakout through one of my levels here. Oh, and let me just remove this. There we go. So there we go, much better. So this 14,100 zone, I would say, is something to watch here. If we drop below it, then yeah, I will start aiming for maybe lower levels. Now, Dow Jones Industrial Average, very quickly on this one. So yesterday drifted to the downside. In general, yesterday, yeah, energy stocks were the best performers in among all the sectors, U.S. sectors, and energy and basic materials. But financials, for example, were the big laggards. Financial, healthcare, technology, real estate. I mean, these were the biggest the biggest ones in the red. Dow Jones was I would say the second index in the among the top three to close in the red. With the second with the biggest loss. There we go. The biggest one was Nasdaq. Of course, technology did drift lower. However, again, I'm not sounding the alarm here yet, because well, okay, so we did correct lower. I mean, we've tested that 200-day EMA, but of course the problem here is that we stayed below that 200-day EMA. However, we're seeing a bit of a rebound right now, so we're seeing that the cash index is trading at around 34,440 area, approximately, somewhere around there, somewhere around above the 200-day EMA. So In other words, I'm going to look at this 34,808 zone just as a bit more. I mean, I need to see a break of this level in order to go for some higher levels. I need to see a nice, a strong move above this area, because yes, we had a false breakout here on the 22nd, but as you can see, I mean, it then reversed back to the downside. For the for the for further declines here. Now this is a tricky bit. I mean, I have this 34,179 level here marked, which marks the inside swing high of the 3rd of March. Again, depending on how this is going to play out, because if it starts moving sideways, maybe the 21-day EMA could actually approach this hurdle, and then it all would play out nicely here with maybe a possible break, and yeah, everything this 21-day EMA would coincide with this hurdle, and if we do break this, then yeah, everything kind of, like I said, would play out perfectly for the sellers. Now, in terms of the upside, as I said, yes, I need that push above the 34,808 zone. I do understand that maybe for some of you this is not ideal, because we could be missing out on a bit of territory here. However, like I said, I prefer to be safe on these, and yeah, if this would be a little bit of a roulette here. So it's always a roulette, but it could be a little bit more than a roulette. So or a bigger roulette, or whatever you want to call it, or whatever metaphor we can use here. So either way, guys, this for me, like I said, this is a little bit too risky, because it could just be moving sideways, a bit of choppiness here, so no clear trend, or let's say one trend to the side, into the it's a flat trend. So because range is also a trend. So yeah, we could be moving sideways. So for now, again, I'll just observe this, and I'm not gonna do anything with it until it clears up one of my levels. The DXY dollar index continues to beautifully push higher. So I talked about this, and we had that rebound from this 21-day EMA. I said that my next target is this downside line, but as long as it stays in this whole area here, I am just observing this one. I don't like what's happening here, and I mean, for me, it's not perfect. I need to see a breakout here. I do like breakouts, and here, for example, I'm just watching this. Yes, it's pushing nicely to the upside. It could drift higher, but again, at one point we are maybe forming somewhat of a possible descending triangle pattern here. On the other hand, maybe this could be seen as maybe a bullish pennant. However, we don't have a very nice pole here, so yeah, a lot of things to consider here. So that's why I would just stick to the 99.42 level for me for the upside. For the downside, 97.80 zone. Jumping into gold very quickly. So gold pushed higher yesterday, continues to oscillate. This is what I don't like. I mean, it continues to oscillate around that 21-day EMA. I mean, it's in here. It's at the moment, like I said, you were waiting for this. We have to wait, to be honest, just to be a little bit more careful. Excuse me. So if we're looking for the upside, and as I said before, this 1950 level, that's what I need to see a break off before, let's say, aiming for higher levels. For the downside, a drop somewhere below this 1918 level might do the trick for a few more sellers. Roughly around here, guys. I mean, we do have some other levels, but I will start looking at the downside if we drop below that 1918 level. WTI oil, there we go, guys. Yesterday pushed higher, and look at that 114.80 zone. I mean, that is just great to see. And as I said to you previously, I'm watching this monthly chart still. Still that 114.79 level, or let's round it up here towards the 115 zone. So that 115 territory continues to provide resistance. Then yeah, this is going to be quite interesting maybe for the sellers going into next month. However, if we see that this commodity kind of drifts a little bit higher here and stays for the month above this hurdle, then this increases the chances for a further move higher, further move north. Let me just adjust this arrow here. I think it's maybe better this way. So if we pop once again above that 115 territory, I'll go, like I said, I'll go for some higher levels. But initially I will only aim for that recent high. So the current highest point of March near the 129.42. Just because, again, just because if we do pop above this, yes, like I said, I'll become a little bit more bullish, but I will aim for this level first just to see if it's not gonna make, you know, a hold again, because if it holds again, then we will end up being, you know, end up having maybe somewhat of a double top here or something like that. So we need to kind of, you know, explore all the options. For now, like I said, my first option is to, of course, to see what's gonna happen. My first kind of scenario, my first move is to see what's gonna happen with the 115 zone for this month. At the end of this month, will we stay above it or will we stay below it? And then I will reevaluate things again here, because again there is some potential for the downside as well, but we need some clear confirmation breaks first. Ethereum, yeah, pushing nicely to the upside. So this descending triangle did not really work out. I mean, again, you always need to wait for a clear break through the lower side of the descending triangle first before kind of, you know, accepting that it is a, you know, proper descending triangle. Because here you can see that yeah, we broke the upper side here, we broke this downside line, we pushed higher, we tested the 100-day EMA, we're currently stalling near it. My next target is the 200-day EMA, to be honest, which is roughly around that 3,143 level, and then so on and so on. I'll continue aiming higher. My next target is the 3,284 area, which is the highest point of February. And then we'll take it from there, guys. A quick update on Litecoin. I talked about this one as well, because it's also forming somewhat of a descending triangle, maybe not an ideal one. I mean, we're now testing this downside line taken from the high of the 24th of December. Again, as I said before, in a way, the more we test it, the more, you know, possibilities for it to break. So either way, I still need to see a push above this 124.52 level right here in order to go for some higher levels, just because a break above this level would confirm a forthcoming higher high for the downside. Now, this is where some of you might say that, oh, you know what, maybe this actually was not even a descending triangle, maybe it was a double bottom pattern, which could be the case, of course, yes. I mean, but for that, I mean, this could be seen maybe as a neckline, this downside line. So, again, yes, everything could be, of course, everything could be, yes, but we're always trying to explore all the options just to, you know, be prepared. Either way, guys, I would say if we pop above this 124.52 level, this may open the door towards higher levels, because this would confirm a forthcoming higher high. The next target is the 100-day EMA, and the next target could be that 200-day EMA near the 144 level. ADCHF, so beautiful move to the upside, guys. I mean, this is where we're getting a hold up right now near that psychological 0.70 level, just fractionally below it. I would say we had a decent run, they had a decent up move here. Maybe a bit of a corrective move lower could be possible. However, I would say this correction lower could be possible only if the pair struggles to overcome and stay above that 0.70 level. If it struggles to do that, then I'll aim for a correction maybe towards the 0.6933 level right here, marked by the highest point of October of 2021. But if that fails to provide support and breaks, then, well, this is where I'll start drawing my Fibonacci levels and, you know, see where we could, you know, correct lower. So for now, I'm not gonna do anything here because I'm curious what's gonna happen with this psychological 0.70 level. Will we get a break above it? If we keep your eyes on the, of course, on the commodity sector and the equity world. If commodities continue to rally, then, well, I mean, this pair also may continue to rally as well. So yeah, let's see how this 0.70 level plays out. If we do break above it, my next target is and we stay above it, then my next target is the 0.71 level, and so on and so on. Usd Jpy, look at this madness here, guys. I mean, boom, like this is on fire. I mean, we cleared that 90.30 zone. I talked about that, and look at this. I mean, now we're just kind of I mean, this monthly candle is insane. Look at this move. I mean, apologies for the amount of, like, you know, drawings here, but let me just get rid of this maybe. But this is just amazing. Of course, don't get me wrong, I'm also keeping an eye on this one. I want to see what's going to happen at the end of the month. Will we actually continue rallying? And let's say, for example, my next target here is the 92.69 zone, so that's my next good target. Will we actually continue rallying, or will we actually fall back below this hurdle, this the highest point of September of 2017, or in other words, the highest point of September, sorry, the highest point of 2017, there we go. If we eventually fall, let's say it's a similar story as with oil. If we do fall back below a certain level, then maybe, you know, we could see a bit of a corrective move lower going into next month. But at the moment, it's just one-way traffic, guys. If you are trying to short this, I would say, I mean, I hope you have a good stop loss, a good comfortable, convenient stop loss for yourself, because at the moment it's just one-way traffic. Obviously, when it's going to go down, it's going to probably sell off nicely here, but at the moment, guys, it is just on fire. So I would say, as long as it stays above that 90.30 zone, we will continue aiming higher. If it falls below it, that's where, you know, more sellers could join in. USD Jpy, also similar story. USD Jpy is just booming. I mean, look at this technical picture that worked out nicely here. So this kind of triangle, this ascending triangle pattern, worked out perfectly, and we broke it, and we just continued to rally. And what's more important, that we managed to reach the 121.69 level. I talked about that level, and that was the highest point of January of 2016, highest point of 2016. We managed to reach that level. This is where we're currently getting a hold up. Can we go higher? Well, we'll just have to wait and see, because of course, ideally, I would really like to see this one traveling all the way towards that 125.85 level, which is marked by the highest point of 2015. Looking at this monthly chart, I mean, this is just spectacular. This is just spectacular, and I mean, this has gone up a long way. And in general, looking at this monthly chart, I mean, we're also seeing that something nice is forming. Something nice technically is forming here. So, but we'll leave it for now here. We have still a long way to go. Excuse me. At the moment, I'm watching what's going to happen with that highest point of 2016, nearly 1.69 level. If we get a hold up here, then a bit of a retracement here back down could be possible. Gbp CHF, quick update. Yesterday I talked about this, and this continues to be a roller coaster ride. There we go. We managed to reach this hurdle, this 1.2417, but we failed to break above it, and boom, there we go. We drift back down. And again, we're getting a hold up near that 1.2280 zone. So we're rebounding from it again. So at the moment, we're just having this roller coaster ride here. We're ranging, and that's the reason why I'm sticking to some of these levels here. I talked about this 1.2264 level. If we break below it, then yeah, I'll go for the downside. If we stay above this hurdle, then yeah, we could continue ranging here for now. Gbp Aussie, quick update on this one. Look at this. I mean, I talked about this previously, and we've managed to, reverse back down. This is what I talked about previously. I said that if this hurdle, this highlighted area holds, another decline could be possible. And when my next target is the 1.7741 zone, which we managed to reach. It acted as a good area of support, and boom, yesterday we broke it nicely to the downside, and it confirmed the forthcoming lower low. It drifted nicely lower, and then now what I'm gonna aim here. And by the way, this 1.7584 level did provide a good support area. At the moment, I would say, at the moment, I am keeping an eye on this 1.7584. If that gets cleared, yes, further declines are possible, where my next target is this one right here, the lowest point of January of 2021, and here the 1.74, 1617 level, and then we will take it from there, guys. GBP NZD, also quick update. I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but there we go. We managed to drop below that 1.9041 zone, as I talked about this recently, and yeah, I said that keep your eyes on this hurdle, and yeah, there we go. We opened the door towards that lowest point of November of 2021 near the 1.8855 level. So let's see if we can reach that. I will aim for that area if we continue to trade below this 1.9040 zone. And finally, EURUSD drifting to the downside, so broke this upside line again. We can get rid of it now. We can clearly say that we are still trading below this downside line, so if you're looking for some upside, a break of that downside line is still needed. However, for the for further declines, I would say I will stick to this 1.0890 level, 1991 zone, in order to get a little bit more comfortable with the downside. At the moment, it's just not working well here. Yes, it is drifting lower, but to be honest, it's not an ideal drift to the downside for me. Probably ideally, I would like to see a drop below this 1.0891 level, and then we could go lower. For the upside, I need to see a push above this 1.1121 zone, and then yeah, higher levels could be met. So guys, that's it for this session. I'll have to wrap it up here. Thank you very much for watching and listening. I really appreciate your views, your likes, your comments, guys. I really do, so that means a lot. If you want to catch me on Monday, not tomorrow. Tomorrow we are there won't be any video, any Espresso video. So yep, if you want to catch me on Monday, as always, 7 o'clock GMT time. Oh, actually no, 6 o'clock. We're turning clocks here in Europe, so 6 o'clock GMT time, guys. I mean, that's I think gonna be the new time. So yeah, 6 o'clock GMT time. I need to kind of update my images, but yeah. Join me then, guys, and yeah, I hope you'll have a fantastic trading day today, tomorrow. Don't overtrade. It's the end of the week, so yeah, have your stop losses in place and all will be fine. So thank you very much, guys, and bye bye.